Yena Bhutale Yunupakanamayam Gadati Swapadantikam Vande Sri Gurun Sri Yutapalakaman Sri Gurun Vaishnavanja Sri Rupam Samvijatam Sagana Raghunathan Vidam Vidam Sadvaitam Samadokam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Deva Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sagana Lalita Sri Sakarata Nitya He Krishna Karuna Sindho Dina Bandho Jagat Pradani Gopika Gopika Sita Rakantana Mokite Kancana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Bhagavano Sudhadevi Praname Hare Kriya Panchakalpatra Vyasya Kalpasindhavesha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavadhanamo Brahman Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. I would like to take the opportunity for kindly making this arrangement that we can come together, hear something about Lord Krishna and his devotees, and to further purify our life. The spiritual journey, even though sometimes it felt a little bit difficult, but ultimately it will give the wonderful benefit and results to the devotees. In the chapter 2, text 72 of Bhagavad Gita, Krishna explained what benefit a person can gain by the spiritual journey of life. Isa Brahma Siddhipada Nainam Prapya Vimoyati Devasyam Mantakalepi Brahma Nirvanam Vigachati. By following the path of spiritual life, one becomes free from all kinds of bewilderment. And by staying in this path of spiritual life, ultimately a person attain the kingdom of the Lord. Brahma Nirvanam Vigachati. He said it is the way of spiritual life. Vihaya Kamanya Sarvan Prapyamoyanti Vihaya Kamanya Sarvan Umam Charante Nispraha Nirmamo Nirahankara Sasante Marigachati. The same chapter 2, text 71. Krishna explains by giving up the desire for material enjoyment, by controlling of the senses, and by giving up the false proprietorship of this world and becoming free from false ego, a person attains peace in his life. The human society at large, we all are looking for some peace and happiness in our life. Somewhere or other, if we can give up the ownership of this world, simply claiming that this is mine, this is mine, this is mine, giving up the false proprietorship. And by becoming free from false ego, false identification, we all have got a real identification. Our real identification is that we are eternally, we are servant of Krishna. We are part and parcel of Krishna. Jivare Swarupai Krishna Re Nityadas Krishna Re Tadat Shakti Veda Veda Prakash. Krishna has got many energy and we are the Tadat Shakti and we are eternally part and parcel of Krishna. By understanding our real identity in the world and by giving up the false proprietorship, easily we can attain peace in our life. So in this way, we have to understand we have got a real identity. Whatever the identity we are living in this world, thinking that I'm New Zealander, I'm an Indian, I'm a white man or black man, such and such bodily designation is not our real identity. Our real identity that we are eternally part and parcel of Krishna. We are servant of Krishna. Nitya Siddha Krishna Prema Chadiya Kabunaya Sarvanadi Chudakite Karaya Udaya. By hearing about Krishna consciousness, always remaining in the association of the devotees, by chanting of Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. All these Krishna conscious activities will put us into the right identification. If we are properly situated in our life, and surely that will re-establish our real position, and we will be able to come out from all kinds of bewilderment of life. You keep yourself in Krishna consciousness, keep yourself in the association of the devotees. In the last chapter 2, text 72, Isa Brahme Siti Pada Nainam Prapya Vimoyati Sikvasyam Antakale Pi Brahma Nirvanam Gacchati. Sikvasyam means you stay up to the Antakale Pi, up to the end of your life. You remain in the path of Krishna consciousness. Mam chayo vya vicharena bhakti yogana sevite saguna samatityetam brahma bhuyaya kalpate. Even whatever test and tribulation comes in our life, you remain as a devotee of Krishna. Sagunan samatityetam brahma bhuyaya kalpate. You become spiritual life. Krishna says this is the way of the spiritual journey. Remaining the rest of your life in Krishna consciousness is that you become free from bewilderment. Somewhere or other we can give up the false ego. We can give up the false ownership of the world. We came to the world zero, without anything. And we live the world in the same manner. Kundi Devi told Krishna, Kevayam Nama Rupabhyam Yadave Saha Pandava Bhavato darshanam yarhi vishike samivesatu. My dear Lord, as long as you are with us, all the name and fame and everything are with us. The moment you go away from here, then we lose every opulence in our life. So we are nobody in the world. But Devi said, when you come to the world, we were zero. We had nothing. When you leave the world also, zero. In between, a human being has become hero. The beginning, life is zero. In between, hero, and finally become zero again. That is our life in the material world. Cannot take anything in there. There was a rich man who was living. So once a devotee went to his place for some donation. He has got a lot of money, can give some money, but he's not giving anything. And time comes, he's old, he has to leave the world. So the devotee went to his house and then he told him, actually you're a very nice man. Don't worry, when you die, you'll go to heaven. But there's only one problem. There is a lot of mosquitoes in the heaven. But there is not a problem because there's also got mosquito net there. You just have to take the small needle from here. You can stick the mosquito net. But the old man got angry. How can I take a needle and go? I cannot take anything from here. So he says there is the position of human life in this world. You cannot take anything and at the same time we claim false proprietorship. That this is mine, this is mine, this is mine. So the life of the human being are already in the great confusion, bewildered. Krishna says, follow the path of Krishna consciousness, you become free from bewilderment. To know exactly your real position in the world. Mamupretya punajanma dukalayam asasvaram apnuvanti mahatmana samsiddhim paramam gatha. Krishna says in the chapter 8, text 15, that after attaining his kingdom, we do not come back to this material world, which is temporary and full of miseries. Abrahma bhuvana loko nanavartino arjuna mam upetyanto kaunteya punajanma vidyate. Even Lord Brahma, who is secondary creator, he himself has to undergo all the miseries of life. As long as there is birth, there is going to be an old age, there's going to be a disease, and there's going to be death. But Krishna says, if you come to me, there is no more old age, disease, or death. So this is the only solution we have got in our life. Somewhere or other, we don't understand that life is very miserable in the world and it's very unpredictable. Beautifully, the Bhagavatam says, Samasrita ye parapallava plavam mat param punya yasomurare bhavam vade vatsu param 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 netvi param natesam. At every step in the world, there is dangers waiting for a human being. There's somebody coming in the car, they want to tell me that one of the person I know here, I know him for a very long time in those days. In 1990, I was here, and his son just 2-3 days ago passed away. That means he's more younger to me also. He might be 40, 45 maybe. So life is very uncertain and unpredictable. It's all problem everywhere. There was a child, one baby was crying in the Brahmaloka. The Brahmaloka is the heavenly planet. Everybody goes there to enjoy life. So one time Lord Brahma was holding, a party there. All the demigods, Indra to Chandra to everybody went there to join the party. And there, everybody was in the party, everybody enjoying. At that time, one baby was crying. So the baby was crying and crying and crying. In the heavenly planet, everybody is meant to enjoy. But here the baby is crying. So they went and complained to Lord Brahma, don't know what to do with this baby. And Lord Shiva was there, so Lord Brahma said, what to do with this baby making so much problem here? And Lord Shiva said, don't worry, I got a devotee in New Zealand, Auckland. They're married for 10 years, they don't have a problem in their life. Let us pass this problem to them. actually, before anybody comes to any country, there's no problem in the country. The moment we come, then the problem begins. So simply the problem from that place being transferred to this place. Nothing else. No? And who is the creator of this problem? Karya Karana Kalitritva Eto Prakarte Uchete Pusa Sapadu Karanam Bhaktritva Eto Uchete. In chapter 13, text 21, Krishna explains whatever happens outside in the world, he says the nature is the cause. And whatever happens inside you, you are the cause. Whatever the karma we have done in our previous life, karma daiva netrena jantur deva papataye Sreya Pragattamudara Pumsareta Kanasreya. According to one's karma, one is taking birth in the world. We don't even have a freedom to choose our own mother. According to our karma, we've been, pushed into the womb of a woman. We're meant to be our mother. So in this way, we enjoy and suffer in this world according to our karma. But we are forgetting all those things at every moment because we are too busy with our life. We have no time to sit and think actually what is happening in my life. Our memory is very short. The Bhagavatam says, Prayana Paisa Sabya Kalavasmin Yugejana Manda Sumanda Mariyo Manda Abhagya Upadrita. That our memory is very short in Kali Yuga. And generally, naturally, people in Kali Yuga, they're very unfortunate. Very unfortunate. Even understanding that all these problems are around. And there's a very simple solution Krishna gave it to us. The problem is very big. Birth, old age, disease, death, and in between there are problems from the Adi Daivika Klesa, from the nature. Adi Bhautika Klesa, there is a problem coming from the other living entities. Adi Atmika Klesa is a problem with our own body and mind. There are problems everywhere in the world. And we are finding solution. What is the solution? What is the solution? We do not know. Nobody has told us the truth. What is your problem and what is the solution? Generally, people think that, there are people think wealth is very important. There are people in the world thinking wealth is very important. But there are also some people think, no. Health is very important. Somebody says wealth is very important and somebody says health is very important. And there are somebody else come, they tell you, no, health and wealth is very important. Nobody tells you that your soul is more important than your wealth. Your soul is more important than your health. If there is no presence of soul, the life, air inside your body, all your health and all your wealth, all are useless. Nobody have told us, this truth. Somewhere or other, by the mercy of the devotees, we are reminded again and again that the world is full of miseries, full of trouble, test and tribulation. True or not? Even we are sitting very quietly somewhere, suddenly some news may come. This is what the Bhagavatam says, that every step there is a danger. But because, we got too many problems, so we do not know actually what is our problem. There's too many. And one fellow, he went to a doctor, so he told the doctor to do the medical checkup on him. After, the medical checkup, then doctor told him, I got a good news and also bad news for you. So he asked him which news you want to hear first, good news or bad news. So he told the doctor, he tell me the bad news first. So the doctor told him that, actually you got a serious health issue. You got cancer. Maximum I can give you about 6-7 months. He said this is the bad news. And he asked the doctor, then what is the good news? Doctor said the good news is that along with this disease, you got another problem, Alzheimer, where your memory, you forgetfulness of your memory. Your forgetfulness will come in, so you don't even remember that you got cancer. So that is the good news, he says. The good news, we don't remember any of these things. We are too tired, come back from work, better think, sit and think, what is our problem? True, we only come and sitting and thinking, about tomorrow's work, tomorrow's, duty in our life, and in between children, to be attended, so many things are happening. We, totally, we don't have time to think where is our origin, why we have come to the world, why somebody, very rich, somebody very poor, somebody, seems to be very bad people, but they seems to be doing very good in their life. Somebody seems to be very good people, but they're doing very bad, in their life. We do not know any of these things because we are not giving little bit of time. That's why our Shastra says, Arato Brahma Jigyasa, the first inquiry in your life. First thing you have to ask in your life about the Brahma Jigyasa, about the science of the soul. You have to, Atma Dharma has to be inquired. So somewhere or other, life's demand is so strong and so big. And when we get old and we have seen everything here, we have, brought in the children into the family. And after some time, when they're grown up, you're old, they don't even listen to you. True or not? The children, many children, they don't listen to the parents. They got their own ideology, own understanding about life. They have no time for anybody here, you're already, when they were small, they were very innocent. So they come running behind us, mommy, papa, mommy, papa, mommy, papa. When already, they call them come, I'm very busy, So in this way, the life in the material world is so much of, things are happening. And we are thinking all these things are very real. Beautifully, the Alva says, he says, that there is no truth in the world, but people are searching for the truth. And he says, people do not know what is truth and what is false. They do not know. And he says, because people do not know what is right and what is wrong, what is true and what is false, he says, I don't wish to live in this kind of environment where people don't even know what is the real thing in life. We do not know. So in this way, by Prabhupada Mercy, we have got this great opportunity to understand the reality of life. The reality of life is that we do not belong to this part of the world. We got our origin in our life. The origin is that we have come from the kingdom of the Lord. And we are meant to return, go back to the Lord. And for that reason that we have been given this human body, and easily we can revive our Krishna consciousness and go back to the Lord. So for that reason, we have to understand our priority in life. Although there are many things happening in our life, the prime priority should be how to mold our life with the job, with family, children, friends, and relatives around. How to mold our life in such a way that we can think how to eternally come out from the cycle of repeated birth and death while doing all this duty in your life, thinking how to be free from the entanglement of this material world, not taking birth again and again. And by Krishna's mercy, by the mercy of the devotees of the Lord, if somewhere or other we be connected in Krishna consciousness, take Krishna consciousness in a bit of serious way. And to be a devotee of Krishna is not that difficult, it's very easy. In the 18th chapter, text 65, Krishna says, Manmana abhaman takto matyadi mam namaskuru. Mamivasyasi satyam te pratijone priyosu. Krishna says, you become my devotee. How you become my devotee? He says, always think of me. And you do little bit puja for me. And bow down in front of me. You come back to me. Very easy. Isn't it? To become a devotee of Krishna is not very difficult. Very easy. You accept Krishna in your life. And you claim that I'm a devotee of Krishna. Anybody asks you, whose devotee are you? I'm devotee of Krishna. That's it. Isn't it? Then you come to your house. If, we got some altar there. Put a little bit flower. Hare Krishna. Krishna, I'm your devotee. Right? Very easy. Is the most easiest method, to be followed in the whole universe, to be a devotee of Krishna. Krishna never demands anything big in our life. Patram puspam palam toyam yome bhaktya prayachiti. That aham bhakti upartan. The little bit of, in coming to Krishna, with real love you come to Krishna. Very easy. And you give him a flower, Krishna can take. And you give him a leaf, Krishna can take. A fruit, some water. And all those things are easily available everywhere. And now, if you do not know how to handle the material world, Krishna will give you the intelligence how to handle. Because you are his devotee. Just like the Pandava in the forest, they do not know what to do in the forest. And Krishna went and saw them in the forest. And the Pandavas were thinking, how to fight with Bhishma. It's very powerful. In fact, Yudhishthira went and told Krishna, I don't think so anybody can fight back with Bhismadev. He's very powerful. How to fight, how to kill Bhismadev. Krishna said, don't worry, come with me. And Krishna took him to Bhismadev. You ask Bhismadev how to kill him. He will tell you. And Yudhishthira asked him, my dear Pitamaha, how to kill you. And Bhismadev said, don't worry, it's very easy. You put Sikandi in front of the battle. And he killed me. Very easy. You go to Krishna, Krishna comes to you. And then the news came that, now Duryodhana told Bhismadev, you must kill the Pandavas. Somewhere I think you are siding on their side. Bhismadev said, tomorrow I'll kill them, don't worry. And the news heard by everyone. Draupadi went to Krishna. They say like that, don't worry. You come with me. Go to Bhismadev. And enter the camp of Bhismadev. And Bhismadev was, he was meditating. And he heard, that a lady coming in. And without seeing which lady is that, he said, Saubhagyavati. I bless you, be a Saubhagyavati. That means, you only leave the body, you don't leave the body before your husband's. And he opened his eyes and saw that she is standing in front. But he meant to kill the husband tomorrow. And he realized it's all Krishna's work. And then Arjun was thinking what to do. Because now Bhismadev has got 5, arrows. It's specially meant for the Pandavas. So Krishna told Arjun, don't worry, come with me. Took him to Duryodhana. Talk to him. Because once Duryodhana has promised you, once you have helped him, he has promised you that when you need any help, you come to me, I will help you back. He said, you got the 5 arrows, go and take from him. Go. You see how easily Krishna solved the problem for the devotees. How easy. Tameva saranam gacham sarva bhavena bharata tat prasadam param santim. Beautifully said in the chapter 18, text 62. He says you surrender unto that Supreme Personality of Godhead. Tat prasadam param santim. You will attain the greatest mercy and the greatest peace in your life. Nobody else is the problem in your life. You have to understand first thing. Karya karana karitritve etu prakrti uchite pusat sukudukhan bhaktritve etu uchite. That is there in the 13th chapter, text 21. You are the cause for all, suffering in the world. Nobody else. So it is we have to understand that we can make our own destiny in this world. And you are blessed by Prabhupada that somewhere or other, you know this information that you, the maker of your own destiny. Of course, sometimes some schools they teach you, but they don't tell you how you make your destiny. But here Prabhupada gives you all the information. There was a land, there was a kingdom that the king was giving food for everybody, all the Brahmana, he called them, he gave them food for life. And then they were sailing at that time, there was an eagle on top, he's flying with the dead snake. And the poison from the snake mouth, got into the food, and the Brahmana who took the food, they died. And now, the Chitraguptas, they do not know who has, the fault, whose fault is this. They have to pass, that papa, the sin to somebody, but they do not know whom to be sent this thing. Because it's the nature of the snake, nature of the eagle that, He take the snake as a food. And there's a nature, there's a poison in the snake, but snake is already dead. And here this man, giving a free food. So they were not able to find who's actually have done this wrong here. And Chitragupta, he asked, Lord Yama, actually anything happened to the people, karma has to be given to them. But here we do not know who is the real, receiver of this karma reaction. And Yamara says, wait, they will come. We don't do anything. We just sit in the house. Everything will be revealed to you. And after a few days, there is somebody who was looking for the king's palace. So when this person was coming, there was a lady, selling flower garlands in the street. So you do not know where is the palace. Therefore asked the lady, can you tell me where is the king's palace? And the lady said, oh, you're going to the king's palace? Oh, that fellow is a very useless fellow. You know what happened? He put the poison into the food and the brahmanas died. Yamaraj says, okay, that's the poison to be given. All your sin. So like that, individually we are making our destiny in the world. So if you change, everything else will change. You don't expect others will change. Then I will change. There was a man, he had an eye problem. He went so many, places. Clinic, nobody, no doctor able to, help him out. And somebody say, you go to, there's one Swami, you go to him, he will help you. We went to the Swami. They say, Swami, I got a eye problem. I don't know what to do. Swamiji says, very easy. If possible, he said, you only see green for 1 month. Don't see anything else. Only green. So the fella came back to the house. So he painted all his house green. And he's not that rich man to paint every, where. So some places he left, without painting green. And like a little bit, most of the thing are green, but some places no green at all. So after a month, he went back to the doctor. He says, doctor, 3/4 of my pain, my problem is gone. Only 1/4 left. So somebody asked him, did you saw the green, for a month? Only green, no doctor, because whatever money I had, only 3/4 I was able to paint green. The other quarter I did not do. And the doctor said, this is your problem. Doctor says, why you try to go and paint green? He said, if you put a green glass, everything is solved. Very simple. Only run around here and there. Mahaprabhu said, Hare Nama, Hare Nama, Hare Nama, Kalo Nasi, Eva Nasi. Only thing, don't worry, it just chant Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. So in this way, that the solution is already available for us. Only thing is that we got to be a little bit intelligent to understand that there is problem, there is, so much of, bewilderment, confusion all around us. You must understand there is a problem in life. There's a danger in life. At any moment, the danger can come. Any moment, the call can come for us to leave the world. We have to understand these things. And only solution, Krishna says, Tam eva saranam gaccham. We surrender to Krishna. And all the problems will be taken away from you. Prabhupada Prabhu. Solution is there. Very easy. There is no problem in the world more bigger than death. There is no problem in the world more bigger than death. Every other problem in the world, there's a solution. But for death, there is no solution. But Krishna says there's a solution if you come to me. Masita. Yesterday we've been talking about this thing. Don't worry. Very easy. It's not easy living in the world. We do not know who's our friend, who's our enemy. Within the family, sometimes, we are just genuinely, we all are sitting. And when there is something comes in, dividing your property, there may be some differences comes in. And we are giving our asset to the children. Don't know how much to give, to each person. And, someone, between husband and wife, and one leaves first and go away. And another person don't know what to do, right? True or not? And the young people, they do not know what to do with the old people. My mother told me, my mother was in the room, 1 week before my mother died. And I went to see my mother. My mother told me, this is the room all the children have grown up from. That time I'm so busy doing so many works in the home. Washing clothes, cooking, cleaning, to everything, my family had, 7 children, my parents. And my mother says, every children, whenever I finish little bit on my job, I want to go and take little bit rest. I go to this room to lie down, and all the children will come and jump on me, mommy, mommy, mommy. I cannot even take rest. Today, all the children are grown up, and I'm still lying in the same room in Valley. She said, now I'm calling, my children to come. Not even a dog is coming to my room. When you're too old, there's because everybody got their own problem to move on with life. But Krishna will be with you all the time. So we do not know what is the future, who is going to be what in time to come, true or not. Not true or true? True. So many places happening. In this country already you can see many places. There was a small lake, All the poisonous snake were there in the lake. And the king, announced anybody can jump in the lake and then they swim and come to the other side, and I will give them, half of my kingdom. Or you can marry my daughter. You get half again. And who is going to jump into that lake all full of poisonous snake? But somewhere the one fella jumped and then safely swim, and I came to the other side. And the king came and saw him, said, you're so brave, you jumped, with all the snake. So, okay, what do you want? You half of my kingdom? He said, no. You want my daughter? No. And what do you want? I want to know who pushed me into the very peaceful. Isn't it? Very peaceful. Somebody push you into some problem. So in this way, life is very simple and very easy. But somewhere or other, due to uncontrolled senses, uncontrolled desire, a human being has become very confused. But then again, Krishna said in the chapter 2, text 72, the last verse, Isa Brahmi Sita Parda Nainam Prapya Vimoyati Tetvasyam Antakalepi Brahma Nirvanam Nikachati. Up to the Anta means end. Kalopi time. Up to the end of the time, up to your death. If you can remain a devotee Krishna says you'll become free from bewilderment and you'll come back to me. Very easy. You just remain as Hare Krishna, that's it. Thank you. Anybody got any questions, any comments here? Is it difficult to be a devotee or easy to be a devotee? Easy? Okay. Simple,
Then why it took so long to become a devotee?
Because it was too easy. So you know? But Prabhupada says Krishna consciousness is simple for the simple-minded person. It's complicated for the complicated. So generally, at the present age, everybody is very confused, complicated. So it becomes a little bit very difficult. And anything very easy, very simple, sometimes people don't believe. Somebody tell you easily you can become a millionaire, Even 10 hours you sit and tell you, and after you go study, your wife will tell you, better don't believe him, don't trust him, Anything easily coming, sometimes we are quite, doubtful about this thing. It's too easy. So he thought, no need to be a devotee. Prabhupada said two people cannot become devotee. One is lazy, another one is crazy. So why many did not become devotee? Either they are lazy or they are crazy. Krishna Chandra Prabhu.
Crazy and lazy.
He's all the time hanging around in the temple. So, very blessed. Your life is very blessed. Anybody got any questions? Otherwise, we can go for prasad. So, what do you think you have learned today? Okay, this will be very nice. Because since you all are not asking me, let me.
Guru Maharaj, can I ask a question?
No.
Hare Krishna.
From the ladies' side, give me one. What do you think we have learned something today? What is that one thing?
Remain a devotee till you die.
Remain a devotee. Okay, give it. Okay, that is right. Okay. Prabhuji said, what is that one thing?
How we react to the situations is depend on us, like the way you say in the story of the snake.
Yes. Okay. It's very good. Two, we got ready. The third, we go back to them again.
Say Hare Krishna.
Chant Hare Krishna. Very good. Very good. Okay. Number 4.
Go to Krishna for any problem.
Go to Krishna for any problem. And anything else extraordinarily we have heard today.
Don't be lazy.
Don't be lazy, but maybe crazy.
Consciousness.
We are the cause of our own problem. Which chapter Krishna said this? Okay, this is very important. This one thing is which chapter, what text? Krishna says whatever happens outside, the nature is the cause. Whatever happens inside you, you are the cause. Which chapter? Okay, I'll tell you chapter 13, which text?
21.
Very good. Give a big hand. Who said that?
I know it, that's
Oh. So that is intelligent. At least he knows where to go and look for it. And people are looking for prasadam like that. So try to understand. Life is going very smooth, in our life. But somebody pushed us into different kinds of problems. Otherwise, the life journey is very wonderful. So we are trying to reviving back that wonderful journey. Then when you were born, you have no, and we didn't have any of these problems. Isn't it? When up to the point you're going to the school, college, have you had any problem? The parents had the problem, but we didn't have any problem. Isn't it? When we go to school, the breakfast was there. Come back from school, the lunch or dinner was there. Whatever money or whatever problem, they had the problem. We didn't have any problem. Only we had the problem when we are trying to become a little bit responsible in our life. After the point, you have never thought about responsibility. You are freely moving around. You know? So now the responsibility is very important. If you take some responsibility to become a devotee of Krishna, you know, then your life journey is very smooth and very nice.
There's a question from the Zoom platform.
Somebody's on the other side. Oh.
So he's asking if someone worships Balaji by going to the temple and performing rituals.
Yeah.
What should we say to them?
Let them continue to worship. That's what we say to them. When Balaji thinks that, he is a very good devotee, and Balaji is not different from Balaram, Balaram become Balaji. Actually, Parumal Balaji is, is Balaram. From Balaram comes, Chaturvyaha. From them comes, Tri Purusa. They know Karna Daksaya Vishnu, Garbha Daksaya Vishnu, and Shiro Daksaya Vishnu. All of them, Balaji is from Balaram. All the male gods in the world coming from Balaram. All the female gods are coming from Radharani. So if somebody go and worship Balaram, what do you tell them? Balaram is walking around with a plow, and he told something wrongly, don't respect Balaram. Balaram will take a plow and plow it. And if Balaram thinks that I'm happy if this person can go to my brother Krishna, when they took a side in the Mahabharata, the Duryodhan came to Balaram. He requested Balaram to be on his side. And Balaram said, I don't go any other side except my brother's side. That's it, Krishna. So they like Balaji, let them go to Balaji. And Balaji thinks that, maybe my brother Krishna can do much more better for him. Sending to them. Like before coming to Hare Krishna, we were going to Krishna's sister, Durga. And Durga found that, he'll be much more better with my brother Krishna. So he became Krishna. So let them continue the worship and be peaceful in his life. And Balaji got his own kingdom, Vaikuntha. And what is the Vaikuntha? Same in the Goloka. Vaikuntha, he moved around with 4 ends, but in Goloka, he moved around with 2 ends. Only 2 legs for you. They got, Aishwarya in this side. So let them continue worship. That is, great blessing in their life. Yeah. If your intention is right, you can go anywhere. If your intention is not right, wherever you go, that's a problem then. It will create problem. Maybe by birth is a devotee of Balaji. Naturally everybody got their own swarup. Not everybody coming down from the Goloka. Somebody might be from Vaikuntha, so you have to go back to Vaikuntha. Okay, there was a good news, somebody, worshipping Bala. Strength. Okay, thank you for kindly arranged, this program and for this great opportunity for me to be with all of you around and enjoy the rest of your stay in New Zealand. And only one thing, make sure that nobody pushing you into that. And if you're confused on something, go to Krishna. Like you this day went to Krishna, what to do, how to kill Vishnu. And Krishna said, come, I take you. Easy only. Oh, you are worrying, you know what to do. The flow will tell you what to do. Krishna will give you all the intelligence, very easy. Hare Krishna is very easy. Very easy. Only they have complicated with too many things in the world. Jai Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Gaura Pramanande.
Mukunda Swami